Ehelepola Wijayasundara Wickremasinghe Chandrasekara Amarakoon Wasala Ranamuka Mudiyanse known as Ehelepola Nilame was a courtier of the Kingdom of Kandy. He was the first Adigar from 1811 to 1814 under the reign King Sri Vikrama Rajasinha. Following the brutal execution of his entire family by the king, he aided the British in launching an invasion of the Kandy Kingdom and was instrumental in the Kandyan Convention that followed, which led to the annexed the Kandy Kingdom to the British Empire. Early life. He was born to a regular family of courtiers who hailed from the village of Ehelepola, 9 miles from Matel, and was educated by the Yatawat in Mahathira before joining the royal court as part of the royal household. Royal service. His first appointment was to the post of Ehelepola Nilame by the king. Later he was appointed second Adigar in 1808, succeeding Megastan on his death. Ehelepola was appointed as Dasava of Sabaragamuva, which was held by Megastan. South Kerala, which was also held by Megastan, was divided between Molagada and Ehelepola, which was unprecedented and caused much unrest amongst the populaces, and resulted in riots in 1811 which had to be put down by Ehelepola Nilame, the first Adigar and Ehelepola's uncle. It also led to much animosity between Molagada and Ehelepola. In 1811, Ehelepola was beheaded after he was convicted of high treason for attempting to remove the king and replace him with the young prince, Kanasami. Ehelepola was thereafter appointed as Maharadigram in 1811. The king became increasingly suspicious of the Radula families and his courtiers. His suppression of his repressive enemies were brutal, and soon the king became unpopular among his chiefs and people. Rebellion. Soon the king fell out of favor with the Ehelepola, and when a revolt broke out in Sabaragamuva, Ehelepola was sent to suppress it. When Ehelepola failed to return on the king's summons, he sent Molagada to capture and return with Ehelepola. Following an engagement with Molagada's men, Ehelepola fled to the protection of the British forces in the coastal areas of the island. In the meantime, Molagada returned to Kandy with 47 chiefs of Sabaragamuva as prisoners. They were executed in a day, followed by the brutal execution of Ehelepola's family. On orders of the king, Ehelepola's young sons aged 10 and 8 were executed along with his brother Ehelepola Diswa. Legend has it that when Ehelepola's eldest son ran to his mother at the sight of the executioner, his younger son Maduma Bandara stepped forward bravely and asked to be executed first. His infant son was placed in a rice pounder and pounded to death, and the Ehelepola's wife Ehelepola Kumarahami, the daughters and his sister-in-law were drowned in the Kandy lake. Following these executions, the king lost support of the people and riots began to break out, and the king fled to hang Urankatha. Under the advice of Ehelepola, who had found out about the fate of his family, the British invaded the Kandy Kingdom in January 1815 unopposed and entered the city of Kandy. The Kandyan Convention was signed in March recognizing the British monarchy. The king of Kandy, Sri Vikrama Rajasinha, was shortly captured and exiled to India. Later life and death. Ehelepola became part of the British administration of Kandy but soon came under suspicion. With Great Rebellion of 1817–18 he was arrested by the British and exiled to Mauritius along with several Kandyan chiefs. He died there in 1829.